This is the bike today's chat's about, AJS 125. Just thought I'd give you an external look. They all look the same, don't they? As I speak about in my video. Anyway guys, let's get on with it. Hi guys, gloves are back on. What are we going to talk about today? 125s. These are lovely little bikes, as long as you keep the spanners, WD round all little bits and oil. Done a video of that already. This one's the AJS 125 Supermoto. It is the same as the Adrenaline Pulse, the Sinus Apache, I think, the RMR Superbike. They're all the same, all based on a Shinray. Now, I may not have heard that name before, but if you get one parts, it's all Shinray. All the same. 4Ts, they burn oil, so keep your 1040 always topped up on these. Keep an eye on it weekly, I really mean that. Otherwise from that, they're good little bikes. This one is for my son. He's been after a little bike for ages. This is a 12 plate. It's got 660 miles on the clock. Don't know about that. They all suffer from the same things though, and they really do. Rear brake, chain and sprocket, front shocks, don't run. This one's a perfect example. No ignition, nothing. So, starting it I suppose. Ignition's got a really good battery. On here, on some of the older ones, used to be a bolt through the middle underneath back here. This one actually undoes by the key, which is quite nice. Little battery on here. Oh, it's got an LED battery one. These are lithium batteries, fully charged. They're really good, really light, good for these sort of bikes. Can't get the cheap one. That, as you know, is the same size as a 50cc battery. That's tiny, but it's got a lot of power, that has. So it's connected, nothing. Okay, you can't see it there. There's a wire that should have tape. It's the main wire from the battery, and it's just sitting there. That could have touched, blown anything. So it could be really bad, could be really good. Fuse. Don't know. I'm going to have a look. I'm hoping that might be just a fuse before it causes any damage. But there you go. Great fun little bikes. 125 that only do 65, 67 mile an hour. You can change the end can, 70, 71. Don't mess with anything else. It's just not worth it. They will rattle and fall apart. Great benefit of these bikes, it's got a gear indicator. It's really clever, that is. Really good for newbies. 1 down, 5 up, 4 up. People understand what that means. You 1 down, synchronous gearbox, you knock it down, and then you pull the clutch in, and it's literally out. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then 4, 3, 2, back to neutral into 1 again. Okay? I'll do a video out one day. I've been off tonight. My son's actually quite worried about that. Chokes here, rather than the older models used to be here. So it's 12 plate, not too bad looking, no major marks and scraps on it. Let's get on with it. Cup of tea time. View. Well, a bit of tape round here. I'm not leaving it that way, by the way. I just wanted to see. Power here, fuse is fine. I have power to go into the coil. Look at that mess. So I'm reckoning it might be something there. I've got no power to... Can you see that, guys? I now have power. Oh, well. So that was... It was just a loose wire in there, I wonder. Well, there you go. That was it. Something in here. So I wasn't expecting that simple. Let's pull it apart and go from there. And then might be quickly done. Right, go on with it. Sometimes you have to go back to basics. So check the battery, that was fine. Check the fuse, that was fine. Going to take that over. I got to this mess here and I wasn't happy with it. I want to redo all that and seal it all. Could have been the coil. None of it. Then I thought, let's go back to basics. The ignition. Looks a little bit of damage just down there. And when you do this, nothing. If you move it back slightly, can you see it flickering? Look. There you go. It's the actual ignition. So let's take that apart. But there you go. You have to do the basics. And then you go to something that could be just as simple as that. Haven't taken much apart. So I'm going to take that off and see what's doing there. Get the front off. Don't be too scared. There's those little clips, little rubber things really. Just be a bit fragile with them because end of the day, don't rip them too hard. They look really good, not perished. There's one there, there's 4 of them, okay? What you're looking for, we haven't got the dash yet, is, can you see down there? Just to the left hand side top, a little bit of bluing. Okay, yeah, there you can see the blue in the middle. That's what you're looking for. We're going to spray all these up, take all these connectors apart. I'm going to tape them all up like I did back there. Just tape everything up sensibly, rewrap it, and hopefully that might sort the problem out. But I might take this off and have a look at the ignition itself. So retaped the wires up, traced it back to the ignition, cleaned the carburetor a little bit. Now it turns on, pull the clutch in. As I like to say, job done. Really simple one. Back brake to sort out. Another video, done back brakes before. Again, not surprised really. Back brake, chain, sprocket, front shocks, ignition, electrics. Everything I said goes wrong. Keep topped up with oil. Guys, please check out my videos. Check around the outside. There'll be something on there I'll add in. There's a good one originally on the Sinus Apache Triumph. The Superbike RMR. Keep playing big bikes now. And check them out, guys. Like, subscribe. Take care of yourselves.